Hey folks, welcome to the channel. So we got something to play with here. This is a quite old, and I could call it old now because I'm getting old. This is a UNIDEN BEARCAT 800 XLT, and this was made in the mid 80s. This was made when I was a senior in high school in 1985. This is when these came out. And this is interesting. This has got the 800 megahertz band before cell phones, but I haven't even fired it up. So here it is. Here's the power cord. I haven't even plugged it in. As you may know from my lanterns, I'd like to open them up and check them out and be the first to try things along with you here. So I haven't done anything to it except look at it, and I did look inside the battery hatch. No batteries. So what I'm going to do, first I want to make sure it turns on and see if it'll receive something, and then we'll clean it up. And then I have to adopt some kind of plug for the antenna. So whether it be BNC or PL259 or I forget what the name of it is. Anyway, I have a number of the plugs. So I may just kind of, maybe I'll try to keep this original. I may just kind of pull this plug. I'm going to open it up and look at this plug from the inside, and I'll wire like a piece of coax to it. And I will try to save it so I can put it back to the way it was. If you know, something, it turns up that this is, you know, collectible or something. Now, why don't we plug her in and check her out? So if it does turn on, then I'll put those batteries in it. All right, let's see here. Oh boy. Well, I can see it's scanning. Wow, it actually still has some old frequencies in it. Okay, well, we'll try to get weather radio on it. I know this telescopic from other radios of the era.
Snow showers likely this evening, then a chance of snow showers after midnight. Accumulation 1 to 3 inches in the most persistent snows. Lows 10 to 15. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming light. Chance of snow 70%. Saturday, most. At Watertown, it was clear with a temperature of 12. At Toronto, it was partly cloudy with a precipitation 50%. Friday, mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of snow showers. Highs around 30. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Syracuse Airport, light snow is falling. West winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunday night, mostly cloudy. Lows in the mid-20s. Light winds, becoming south 5 to 10 miles an hour. And now the extended forecast. Monday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain and snow showers. Highs in the lower peak with many areas reaching close to, if not above, 40 for the first couple days of the new work week. The forecast for the Genesee Valley and Northern Finger Lakes, including Rochester, Geneseo, Canandaigua, Newark, and Fairhaven. It was cloudy. The temperature was 18 degrees.
All right, well, we know it works. Unfortunately, the display sucks. I don't know, maybe there's a way to fix that? I don't know, maybe it's variable somehow. I don't know. But, okay, so, great. Now I can continue. First, let me throw some batteries. Throw some batteries in there. Let me see how the terminals are. Okay. All right. So the terminals are a little funky. Okay, I just want to, yeah, that one's a little rusty. Must have been a bad battery in there. All right, so we got a couple non-rechargeables. Yes. We won't know if those work or anything, but okay. Now, do we want to clean it up now, or do we want to? Yeah, you know what? Let's open her up first. What do we need to open this up? 4 screws on the bottom. These look like they are for mobile. Okay, yeah, we'll take these screws out, and we will take a peek inside. See what we're dealing with here. So yeah, my Dremel is crapping out. I've been putting through its paces. It's a refurbished. I like to do this kind of thing, because I was in my past extremely notorious for losing little screws and things. So here's the souffle cup and a lid. Me being a chef, I live for these little things. They're part of the fabric of me as far as how to sort things and keep things around. Okay. All right, so far we got 4 screws. So we'll keep this around for other screws. Is that gonna free us up here? Okay, there's a plug from the mobile mounting. One plug, the other one's missing. No screws on the back. And this, of course, is also connected with these feet. That's probably the case. Let's try it out. Let's see. Well, first let me give one of this. Let me do a little pry in here. Just to see. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad I looked. It's coming out. All right. Come on now. What's keeping it? I see they have these little notches made out to get those feet out. But it's not working. Okay. That's cool. We'll work around it. It's a lot of screws, man. All right, let's see if that does the trick. Okay, good. Let me see what kind of access we're going to get. Yeah, okay, good. Just the back legs then. All right, so I think we're going to, when it comes to cleaning, I think I'll clean that while it's off. I guess my question is, I guess it's both the same. because there's 2 antenna holes here. So one for the regular antenna, and one for an external antenna. That's so confusing. And it's got a screw-in port for a telescopic that would go in the top there. Weird. But I could... Okay, so there's a little resistor, the ground. I could tap into those. Maybe I pull that plug out. Okay, that's too wide. I need. Trying to see. I want to make sure. I'm like, I thought it had everything reversed where the center plug. But no, that's your ground. Okay. So maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'll get a hunk of coax, put a knot in it, and we'll remove this plug. Oh, no, I'll just pull it in here. I'll pull it inside so it can be put back. And then with some solder, I'll tap in to the center lead and the ground, and then we'll put whatever kind of connector we want on the end of that coax. Sound like a plan? Just looking at this chip. I'm looking at the LED. It almost looks like I could just get another LED and slap it in there because it's got... No, that'll be down the road. At least I know I can at least somehow see the readout. Okay. So I want to put a nice plug on this so I can utilize my antennas I have and see how this baby does. All right, let's do that. All right, so today, right after picking that up, I found a little thrift store and grabbed some jumper cables, some jumpers. This is some jumpers for CB radios and such. And this seems to be nice and flexible, something I can put a knot in. Let's see, what kind of coax is this? Does it say? RG8U, okay. Miniature. It'd be a nice jumper to have, though, wouldn't it? I probably shouldn't wreck a jumper that's already complete like that. So let me go get a scrap piece of coax, and I got a number of PL259s like this. We'll find one and throw it on there and solder it up. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of these for super cheap. All these was like $5 for all this. And I mean, you know, these babies are like, you know, 15, 20 bucks a piece used. Got lucky there. And I don't know what the heck you're going to use this little one for, considering how stiff this is. Okay, let me find some coax here that we can play with. Oh, there's a piece. The only problem is it's single strand. I can't really put a... I think it's a single strand center conductor, so it makes it not flexible. Maybe I should look in my box. Maybe I could just use something like speaker wire for the center lead. And yeah, maybe I'll do that. That's a good idea. I just saw a good hunk of speaker wire here somewhere. What do I do with it? I'll go find it. So I decided on some coax. This is an RG8U, I think. And it'll twist around a little bit easier than this. This is just too stiff. Too stiff. It'll make problems twisting around there. And also, I want to see what kind of connector we want to put on there. What we got? Oh, wait a minute.
Fisher's Rescue, Victor Farrington, BLS.
That might work like perfect. I might be able to replace the plug with that.
97 male, he is conscious and breathing.
All right, let's look into that. That'd be great. Okay. So, here we got that, and we got this. That just might. I think it's going to work. Oh, it's so close. So close. Might have to do some widening out of some holes and things here. Like this. All right, let's check that out. Let me get my soldering tools out here. And we'll yeah, hold on. Okay, soldering iron on and warming up. There we go. So, let's see here. I want to take this out so I can see if I can match the holes up. Might have to might have to open one up a little bit. Open the hole up. I mean, really, I don't really need to put both screws in if that is a problem. I don't want to make too big a adjustment to the chassis here. First off, these would have to get drilled out. So here's where I'm looking. Okay, so maybe I'll do some desoldering on that. Either way, we want to remove that. Yeah, okay. Let me put it like this in case I got to pull that plug out. Unclear if we're going to need any of this stuff, but it doesn't hurt. So I had gotten this wire, then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you know, it does have a white line. I was worried about being able to discern between center, conductor, and ground, but this does have a mark on it. Sometimes you'll see speaker wire with steel and copper, two different colored wires. But this might work. This might work. Switch these babies out. Either way, we need to get this off of here. So, all right. Let's see. Is this hot yet? It is. Ooh, that's a lot of solder right there. What'd I do? Clog it up already? Brand new? Brand new, never used? Yes. That did it. Thank God. I don't know, just, you know, really, one use. This solder sucker sucks. Okay, where were we? Let's see if we get that out. There. Oh yeah, so let's get one more suck out of this area here. Oh, okay, I see this little blob of solder on the back. You can get that off of there. I had turned the soldering iron off. I'm waiting for it to warm up again. In the meantime, I'm gonna, okay, we have achieved warmth. All right, let's get this little blob out of here. Okay, we still got some solder going on there. Barely, but there's still some there. Oh man. Jesus, look what I freaking just did. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. I've had this thing an hour and I just hit it with the soldering iron and fucking did that. God almighty. Oh, that makes me so mad. Wow. 40 years this thing has been untouched and I come in here in 5 seconds and wreck it. Oh man, it's ruined my day. God damn it. Sorry, folks, but I just really, you know, it's like doing a frame off restoration on a car and then like immediately smash into something with your door that you worked like, you know, you worked on night and day. Okay, well, it was freed up while it was hot, so let's pull it, get out. There we go. I feel like that's supposed to be the ground, but this resistor is going to a ground. I don't know, because I don't know. This appears to be the center conductor right here. That had this center conductor coming out of here. It also had this resistor going to a ground of the chassis. But then again, this was grounded to the chassis as well. Okay, so where is our, let's see, where were we? I think we can do that. But those holes are, I don't think the holes are gonna line up too perfectly or not. Let me see. No, they are not. But we can get one, and I think that will be plenty of anchor space for us. So we'll put one screw in, and that'll also be our screw for our ground. But, so I need to drill out one of these holes. Those are threaded. Okay, let me get the drill and shit out. Okay, so here, because there'll be a twisting action that would twist that little thing right out of my hands if I wasn't holding it. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna drill out one of these holes. Yeah, my hands are fried. I just started a Y membership and I've been overdoing it. And you get the cold weather and your hands become completely unusable. Which one did I drill out? That one. Oh, it's working. I think I'm kind of threading it. Okay. All right, so that works. Question is, do we want this on the inside or the outside? Yeah, maybe we'll put it on the inside because that would make a lot more sense because the screws are threaded and I need to connect the ground here. And I don't have to worry about, mounting or anything like that really with the one screw because it's going to be behind. So there's not any pulling issues. Okay, cool. All right, so what I'm going to do here is make a little jumper. Here I am. I was trying to do that while looking through the camera. That didn't work out well. There we go. So I'm going to make a little jumper because of just how tiny these little bits are here. I'm going to make a little jumper and go over to this ground screw right here. So I'll loosen that and put this baby around. And then we'll come up and connect to this ground here once we get her installed. Okay. All right, so let's get this unscrewed and we'll put that thing there. It's weird. I mean, I have been kind of stuck on doing just like certain kinds of jobs, like my lanterns and things, and they require their own set of tools. But me doing electronics and things, it's a whole new set of tools that I haven't used in decades. I'm branching out, folks. Oh, there we go. Okay, I didn't need to loosen that screw at all. Okay, so I'm going to put this around here. Let me retighten that first. Jeez. And I was looking at, too, I can't... All right, so I am having trouble. Where do I keep putting my stuff? So we'll throw some solder on that. Give that a good old groundy. And then we'll bring this over and... All right, so now with the plug, I'm going to go in from the back, but problem is I can't put the screw in from the back. Oh, yeah, I don't need to. Okay. No, I do. I do have to get it from the back, son of a gun, because it's got threads. Well, let's give it a try. Because it did kind of thread on me when I was playing with it earlier. Let's try. So let's try. So I'm going to put this on from the outside. Oh my God. So discombobulated. It's going to take me a while to clean up the shop here when we're done. Everything is going to be out of place. All right, question is it going to hold it? Nope, not in the slightest. Actually, it didn't even go in, I don't think. So we have to... Okay, let me try. I think it's going to work. I think by not having the right bit, I left enough meat on there for the threads to catch. Bingo. Great. Now, I guess we reconnect this resistor here to our center post. And this here, and throw some solder on there. Ooh, that just might be really good placement there for me to slap a little solder on that. Got both those leads just kind of hanging out on that center conductor. I'm gonna warm it up. Unfortunately, I dropped a glob of solder down on the circuit board. All right, make sure you get that out of there. Ah, that would have probably been disastrousness. Okay, now we'll solder up this ground right here. Then we got the resistor hooked back up. So we'll come over here with our little jumper. And the cool thing is this this outer shielding here is already tinned, so this should come together pretty nice. Right. Okay. Soldering iron is off. Plug is on. Okay. Make sure none of this stuff is hitting the lid when we put it back on. It's ground, so that's okay if it hits the lid. That's all right. God, I still can't believe I did that. What an idiot. All right, so now we're going to plug her in and test her out. All right, hold on a minute. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to try that off. Yeah, get this out of here. Okay, we have our disc cone that's on the roof. Oh, that's, yeah, that one's, this is, by the way, this is fresh cat vomit. Yep. Luckily, she puked off the back of my other scanner, missed the top, and threw up off the back. Yeah, great. Good times. Okay, so we're going to plug her in here. We're going to turn her on. Well, I can't see a thing from this angle. But, so I'm going to put this little baby in here. We'll put weather on.
And Auburn. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Lake effects snow showers likely this evening.
Let's see what happens when we plug this in.
After midnight. Accumulation 1 to 3 inches in the most persistent snows. Lows 10 to 15. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming light. Chance of snow 70%. Saturday. Sunny. Mid-30s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, increasing to 10 to 15 miles an hour. Saturday night, mostly cloudy. Lows 20 to 25. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming west. Sunday, mostly cloudy. Highs in...
How is that possible?
Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of snow showers. Highs in the upper 30s. Lows in the lower 30s. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of snow and rain showers. Highs in the upper 30s. Lows in the upper 20s. Friday, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of snow showers. Highs in the lower 30s. This is the NOAA Weather Radio KHA 53 in Rochester. Your source for official weather information across the Western Finger Lakes in the Genesee Valley.
Well, I'm confused. So I'm gonna try something here. All right, so I'm gonna go. Going straight center conductor here. I'm going to try it down in this hole. See what happens here.
The nearshore marine forecast for Heron Beach to Mexico Bay. Sliding to 2 to 4 feet. Waves occasionally around 7 feet. Saturday, southwest winds mostly sunny. Waves 2 to 4 feet building to 3 to 6 feet. Waves occasionally around 7 feet. Saturday night, west winds 15 to 25 knots. A chance of snow showers overnight. Waves 5 to 8 feet. chance of snow showers. Waves 1 to 3 feet. Monday, south winds 10 to 15 knots becoming south to 20 knots.
I gotta watch this jumper here.
Waves 1 to 3 feet. Tuesday, southwest winds 15 knots. A chance of no showers. To 3 feet. Wednesday, west winds 15 knots becoming south. A chance of snow showers Wednesday night. Waves 1 to 3 feet. The water Rochester is degrees. Winter weather state counties in New York, northern Cayuga and Wayne. Lake effect snow. Additional snow accumulations due to 4 persistent lake snows. Wayne and northern Cayuga. When? Until midnight tonight. Impacts. Plan on slippery road conditions. The hazard is will impact the evening. Lake effect snow will fall in relatively. Be prepared for rapidly changing road conditions and visibilities. Submit site or social media. The 8 p.m. weather at Rochester reported. The temperature was 20 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 7 degrees.
I don't know what happened here. Unless this other antenna is really not what it is. I'm going to go on the bottom of the circuit board and take a look. Because this post where this goes in right here is a lot closer to that other antenna plug. Let's look. Oh, boy. Well, you know. Ooh. So how, what? Unless this antenna is for different bands. Is that why it's got 2 antenna ports? I mean, antenna, external antenna. Well, I guess apparently we don't need this. We don't need this one. I guess we're gonna go the other way. This, however, would be a harder job. By far. Unless I put a jumper center conductor here to this. Bet I could do that. I could almost feed it through the hole and ground it from the bottom. I'm not going to put that telescopic in there. Not after doing this. All right, let's do that. I don't know, man. You'd think that both these little antenna systems would go to the same spot. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. Oh, man. Okay, now I got to plug in something here. Okay, so I'm going to pull this center conductor out. Okay. Look out. I want to make sure I don't melt something again. Okay, so I'll put a little jumper on here. Could be a little difficult to keep these babies apart here. I'll have to clip off the little any ends. And luckily this inner wire is already tinned. I need my smaller solder though. So here is some Radio Shack 6040, which is as old as this radio. I've had it around here forever. Okay, so we are doing center conduct. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that was close. Okay. That was very close. Wrong spot. Wrong spot. So this is a dead wire now. I'll just. I'm gonna keep that ground connected though, because I don't know what the heck's going on here with this. I don't know what it is. I'll tape that up. Anyway, ooh, that's ugly. Let me restrip that. Wow, that was close, man. I would have done all that without any of you telling me. All right. Stay. All right, center conductor. Now, there's our jumper. I'm going to go down through the hole here. Okay, all right, good. Nice big blob of solder there that I can solder to. That's my jumper here. I put it right there. Okay. All right, I don't need all this. Jesus. I'm sorry that you missed any of that. Where are we? Okay, so I cut off a little bit of the lead. There's a big old blob of solder right here. And we'll see what happens. I actually kind of want to do it while it's on, actually. So let's power this back up. All right, let's see what happens.
5. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming west. Sunday, mostly cloudy. Highs in the mid-30s. West winds 5 an hour. Sunday night, mostly cloudy. Lows in the mid-20s. Light winds, becoming south 5 to 10 miles
Amazingly,
an hour. Extended forecast.
I am enough
Mostly cloudy.
antenna for it.
Rain and snow showers. Tuesday, cloudy with a 50% chance of rain and snow showers.
Oh, I see a little spot here. I think I might be able to not ruin my idea of, well, not ruin the, totally ruin the idea of not being able to use that antenna. You can slip it through this hole here, I think. Did I not leave enough room on the jumper? Let me see. No, I didn't. Fuck. Try it up here. Hopefully this will not interfere with the chassis. You'll see in a minute here. I'm sorry, folks. Doing a lot of manipulation here on this project that I can't quite keep up with the camera. Come on now, don't be like that. Very tight. Tight. Very tight. Okay. All right. So this way we'll still be fully functional with the other antenna. There we go. Now, soldering iron is off. Plugging in the unit. Let's see what happens here. I mean, it little hunk of wire and my finger was enough to get the station in, but at least we know it's right thing going on here.
Additional snow accumulations 2 to 4 inches in the most persistent lake snows. Where? Wayne and northern Cayuga counties. When? Until midnight tonight. Impacts. Plan on slippery road conditions. The hazardous conditions will impact the evening commute. Lake effect snow will fall in relatively narrow bands.
I would say we're functional.
Conditions and visibilities. Submit snow reports through our website or social media. The 8 p.m. weather at Rochester. Snow flurries were reported. Expansive high pressure centered over the Ohio Valley will push by north south late tonight and humidity 74%.
Ooh, that was
Wind
Ohio
west to
Valley.
10 miles an hour, producing of 9. The pressure 0.41 inches and areas reaching close to, if not above, 40 for the first couple days of the new work week. The forecast for the northern Finger Lakes, including Rochester, of 18 at Toronto and 10 at Watertown. It was cloudy, with a temperature of 23 at Erie, 22 at Niagara Falls, 22 at Elmira, and 14 at Binghamton. At Oswego, winds were west at 21 knots, with a temperature of 22 degrees. Sunny. Highs ranging from the upper 20s on the hilltops to the lower 30s across the lower elevations. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 35 miles an hour.
Okay, so this display is awful, but I can read it. Let me see if I can figure out how to program something in here. I'll put like our local something or other in here. So it doesn't show that final digit. Luckily, I think it covers this frequency range. Okay, let me consult the laptop I got right here. .406 to 512. Okay, so on this we have, oh, well, it's all right in here, but we have 29 to 54 megahertz, 118 to 174, 206 to 512, and 806 to 912. Double conversion superhentrodyne. Yes, me too. Made in the Philippines, 1985 to 1992. This was the first Bearcat scanner after UNIDEN's acquisition of the Bearcat division from Electric Company in 1984. Interesting.
Very much for your
There we go. Price for one of these new in 1985 was $349.
Fire dispatch to Fairlex. Fairlex up. ALS 25 Cherry, City of Geneva. 74 female, catches up breathing, feeling dizzy, explaining on Lake Green. ALS 25 Cherry, City of Geneva. 74 female, dizzy, explaining on Lake Green.
So I'm looking at the picture here on the laptop, by the way, and look at that antenna connector. It looks like it just has another telescopic. Well, maybe these are from two different bands. It's the only thing I could think of. Unless you fold that one down and use the telescopic when you're in the car or something. I have no idea. Trying to see. I think I may have bookmarked. No, I guess I didn't. I thought I had bookmarked a manual for this thing. Okay, so I'm going to throw some frequencies in here, and I'll put it back together. That's so weird. All right, but we are successful for what we wanted to do here, and it looks like that is not going to be a problem for the case when it goes back on. I have no idea what.
Around 9 feet. Sunday night, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. A chance of snow showers. Waves 1 to 3 feet. Monday, south winds 15 to 20 knots. Rain showers likely with a chance of snow showers. Waves 2 to 4 feet. Tuesday, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. A chance of rain and snow showers. Waves 1 to 3 feet. Wednesday, 10 to 15.
All right, maybe I should disconnect or reconnect this.
Waves 1 to 3 feet.
This here.
This is the NOAA Weather Radio KH853 in Rochester. Your source for official weather information across the Western Finger Lakes and the Genesee Valley.
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
853 operates on a frequency of 162.40 megahertz. Winter weather statement for counties in New York, Northern Cayuga, and Wayne. Winter weather advisory remains in effect until midnight tonight.
Okay, let me make sure we're all unplugged here. Oh, I turned that off too. Okay. Oh, wait a minute for that to warm back up. Soldering iron. Oh. Couldn't tell if I was recording or not. All right, let me let's do this here. I might not even need to add any solder. This might just kind of glob itself in there. All right, great. Turn this back off. Now we can do some reassembling here. After I get all this shit cleaned up. You know? Okay, let me. All right, so now this is our antenna. This is off. Let's get this way out of the way. This freaking soldering iron. Soldering iron is a recent acquisition, a cheap acquisition, and the cord on it, just I can't explain it, but I like a cord that's agreeable with you, especially when you're wielding something that's 400 something degrees. And okay. Now we can do a little cleaning up, even though I freaking wrecked this part here. Look at that. God darn it. It's I don't know. I don't know if it's principle, but it just bugs the heck out of me. Because I just hate that. Well, anyway. All right, so let's clean this baby up. Let's get some. What else could go wrong here? All right, where's our little container? So we'll be putting this back together in a little bit. I'm going to use this. .409. I don't want to go spraying this directly on anything. Or do I? All right, so I'm gonna go with a piece of cloth here for the big lumps. Wow. Like some kind of barbecue sauce on there. Oh, I'm hearing a call. Let me see. Oh, it's not plugged in. Antenna's not plugged in. Question is, can I get these out without making more trouble? Yes. And put these over here, give them a little spritz, let them soak a sec. So I'm going to get a Q-tip and go in these little areas again. I'm just getting the big lumps. Got to get in them little crevices with the old fingernail. Boy, wouldn't that be nice if I could clean it up so that LED would work better. Okay. Sure, this is the dirtiest part because that's where all the human fingers. Oh, I just spilled that 409 all over myself. It really has been one of those kinds of days. It's really something. Luckily, my 3-hour drive today was much less eventful than just this little project. Okay, so now I figure a better way to get in these little cracks here. Ooh, that worked good. That worked really good. So I have paper towels and I have these shop towels. Paper towels, they just come right apart. But these shop towels, they're nice and hardy, man. Nice and hardy for things. Look at that. That looks nice and clean now. Aside from that, the grill on the speaker. I would have to pull that speaker out and get behind that. Okay, so we can yeah, those are a little crusty. I want that little slot there to be clean, but I know I'm not going to be able to clean it unless I really work at it. Thing is, if I put anything pointy in there, it'll most likely scratch it and not clean it. I'm just going to leave it. All right, so we'll turn these all the way down. It's all the way down. Oh, auto squelch. How advanced for the 80s. All right. Meanwhile, how does it work? I don't want weather.
Expansive high pressure centered valley will push by to our south late tonight and Saturday. This will set the stage for a welcome warm-up across the region, which in turn will bring an end to the light fluffy.
1103. There's one male accident receiving all medical. Relax, you copy.
What do we need to do here? So I'm going to keep this with my other parts in case I ever need to sell this as a piece, an antique. All right, yeah, so I need to find out how to program this thing. Apparently, from what I hear, it's very easy to program. But, okay, let's get things disconnected here. And we'll put the lid back on. Oh, this tape is being annoying. Some kind of chassis tape, I'm assuming, to keep it from rubbing or something, but it's being unagreeable right now. But why? What's happening? What is happening here? I'm thinking these two remaining feet are making things difficult. So we'll remove them for now. Okay. We are reassembled. Now we'll power her back up again. I needed one of these, so I don't go bending that connector. Because like I said, you know, it's coax that doesn't give at all. It's a real pain in the butt. It will bend connectors and things. We don't want that, do we? All right, I don't know how that works. All right, well, I'll figure it out. Well, folks, here we have it. UNIDEN BEARCAT 800 XLT. I've been driving all day. I'm beat.
Felix for dispatching. Felix. Show E6 and Felix Tower 5 on location. 6 on 6.
Cool. Okay. Folks, this was fun. Sort of. I don't know why that happened with that plug, and I'm sure somebody will leave a comment. Somebody looks schematics and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how to read schematics. I did. I took computer electronics in 1986. Yeah. And never pursued it. But, you know, AND gate and AND gate, OR gate and OR gate. I still remember that part. All right. So, that's it, folks. Here we are, UNIDEN BEARCAT. That was interesting. This will be here in the shack. I'm sure you'll see it again. And hey, as usual, don't you go change it.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.